This is Atlanta, Georgia, the gateway to the South, a city that for years has stood for culture and progress. A few months ago, its citizens elected a man they thought could best do the job as mayor of Atlanta. His name is Maynard Jackson.
Today's victory, and it is a victory,
will be governed
by what is my conviction.
by what is my conviction.
For the public good.
For the public good.
I further swear.
I further swear.
Now, you don't have to be crazy to be mayor, but it helps.
And laws
Of the United States.
of the United States
And of the state of Georgia.
and of the state of Georgia.
So help me God.
So help me God.
refuses to be diverted from the positive path that stretches clearly before us.
In the heart of Atlanta, 50 years ago, a visionary leader emerged, shaping the destiny of the city. Mayor Maynard Holbrook Jackson Jr., the first African-American mayor of Atlanta, stood tall against the tide of history, carving a path of excellence, diversity, and inclusion. Under his leadership, Atlanta underwent transformative changes driven by his dedication, leadership, commitment, and vision. At Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, we believe that diversity, equity, and inclusion creates the foundation of our city's strength, innovation, and leads to sustainability within our communities, fueling economic growth in Atlanta and the state of Georgia. As global leaders, Hartsfield-Jackson ensures maximum participation of minority, female, disadvantaged, and small business enterprises as we continue our multi-billion-dollar capital improvement program. The Department of Aviation's pillars, with a focus on people, purpose, and performance, remain essential in upholding Mayor Jackson's legacy. Imagine for a moment the landscape of Atlanta and its opportunities at Hartsfield-Jackson without Mayor Jackson's vision. His insistence on ensuring everyone had a seat at the table paved the way for diversity, equity, and inclusion to thrive in our city. As we celebrate the 50th anniversary of Mayor Jackson's historic election, let's honor him by ensuring that every business and individual has real opportunities, as he intended. We ask, what will you do to protect diversity, equity, and inclusion, and continue Mayor Maynard Jackson's vision? Today, we recognize those who embody Mayor Jackson's spirit of excellence and inclusion and answered the call with the 2024 Maynard H. Jackson Jr. Legacy Awards. The ATLNext SOAR Award is presented to NSMS, a joint venture for consistently demonstrating dedication to DE&I by partnering with small, minority, and women-owned firms on ATL projects. This award acknowledges superior performance in identifying, utilizing, mentoring, and growing such firms.
What example has Maynard Jackson's leadership set? Well, for me personally, it has taught me that we must look for ways to go outside of what we normally do, to challenge ourselves to do more. And we need to continue to do that as contractors at the airport, finding ways to partner with them and our subcontractors to continue to work to build a community and continue to grow the airport. As leaders and contractors, it's imperative that we look inside of ourselves, not for comfort, that we look at ways to challenge ourselves, to be uncomfortable, to reach out to contractors and vendors that may not have been given the opportunity, and finding creative ways to give them opportunities to partner with us to be a part of the success that's growing at the airport. As a Legacy Award recipient, how do I carry forward Maynard Jackson's vision for equity and inclusion in business? It's my responsibility to make sure that I reach out, find ways to challenge myself, to bring diversity into our subcontractor market that we use, and continue to grow the airport while also growing our network of businesses to make sure that we are as diverse as possible.
If Mayor Jackson had not championed and insisted on diversity at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, we wouldn't have the construction ecosystem that we do today, which enables us to build complex and iconic projects at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. The landscape of business opportunities would not look the same as it does today if Mayor Jackson hadn't been such a visionary. We need diverse businesses, and we need to have an inclusive effort to accomplish the goals needed for Hartsfield-Jackson to remain the busiest and most efficient airport in the world. If small and diverse businesses were deprioritized, the growth that has happened over the last 30 years wouldn't have happened. Those businesses wouldn't exist today, and we wouldn't be able to bring them all together with our team to partner and make sure that we're successful in construction.
What's most compelling about Mayor Jackson's vision is that it has helped companies like ours to grow. It has helped my community, it has helped my family, and it has also helped us facilitate growth for companies that are smaller than ours to allow them to become companies that are more advanced, given those opportunities. If Mayor Jackson hadn't opened the doors for female and minority-owned businesses, quite simply, I probably wouldn't be here. My partner is a female. If Mayor Jackson hadn't included his policy for inclusivity for the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, the impact would have been broad and wide. It not only impacted or impacts the airport, but also has impact on the city of Atlanta and the country as a whole. What he put in place has allowed companies like mine and companies like other smaller businesses to advance, to level the playing field, to give us all opportunities. That's all we want and that's all we ask.
The ATLNext Triumph Award goes to A National Limousine Service, recognizing their positive commitment as an ATLNext small business owner to their communities and the inclusion of other small businesses on ATLNext projects.
Hi, my name is Daryl Anson, president of A National Limousine Service. Maynard Jackson's bold leadership is the reason why I'm one of the largest ground transportation provider in the Southeast. When I met Maynard Jackson, he was this towering, deep-voiced figure. But I later found out that Maynard could walk with the kings and queens of the world and the common man and make them feel just as comfortable. That was one of the things that impressed me more about Maynard Jackson and his ability to lead and engage all different kinds of people from all across the world. Maynard Jackson laid the foundation for inclusion. My company started with one vehicle in the basement of a garage, and now today I operate over 60 vehicles throughout the city of Atlanta. It was Maynard's bold leadership that allowed me an opportunity to get on the playing field.
Finally, the ATLNext Leadership Award is bestowed upon Mr. Bryson Barnes, principal of Bryson Constructors, for his outstanding commitment to embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion, applying innovative practices, and demonstrating an outstanding commitment towards the utilization, growth, and development of small, minority, and female-owned firms.
Hi, I'm Bryson Barnes, principal of Bryson Constructors. What Maynard H. Jackson did in 1974, 50 years ago, to help establish diversity, equity, and inclusion at Hartsfield-Jackson was paramount to our business success. What if young entrepreneurs had no role model like Mayor Jackson? What would that look like? The city of Atlanta would not be the same. We wouldn't have role models like Herman J. Russell, Michael Russell, Louis Smoot. All of these guys were paramount to the success of young entrepreneurs like me. They gave us vision, they gave us hope, and let us see exactly what we can become. That's been paramount to our success, and been paramount to other young entrepreneurs like myself. Let me ask you a question. What if we don't educate the future generations on what Maynard H. Jackson has done and what he means to this city? History will repeat itself. We can't have that. When you lack vision, you lack purpose. When you lack purpose, you lack drive. They don't understand that the dollar figures that have been produced because of Maynard H. Jackson have literally produced me as a second-generation business owner. That is very important to our city, very important to our economic development, and very important to all things Atlanta. If we don't teach future generations about Maynard H. Jackson's accomplishments, will they fade away? The answer is absolutely yes. Where you lack vision, you lack purpose. The recent attacks on diversity, equity, and inclusion are just people not understanding history. They don't understand that a rising tide lifts all boats. What Maynard Jackson has done is help those boats that are not as big as others continue to rise, providing opportunities for small businesses and minority businesses to get the same and equal opportunities as other large minority firms.
Today, we celebrate these awardees whose accomplishments are a testament to Mayor Maynard Jackson's vision and legacy. As we honor these remarkable individuals, let us also rededicate ourselves to upholding and furthering Mayor Jackson's extraordinary legacy of diversity, equity, and inclusion, paving the way for generations to come for another 50 years and beyond.